Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sydney. I am a Poshmark seller. I have been selling on Poshmark for 4 years, since 2014. Today's video is a highly requested video about Poshmark's algorithm, what it is, what it does, explaining it. I get asked about this constantly because I'm constantly talking about it because it's fascinating to me. If you are not a member of my Poshmark Facebook group, it is called PoshBoss HQ. I will link that down below. It is a great community, absolutely free. Just click on the link and click join. I do ask that you just have a Poshmark account to join the group. It will ask you the questions to join the group, but just click join and it'll send me a request and I'll approve it for you. Make sure you check out the description box for all kinds of helpful information, my Instagram, frequently asked questions, all kinds of stuff down there, and I hope that you enjoy this video about Poshmark's algorithm. Okay, so let's get started on today's video about something that I am constantly asked about because I'm constantly talking about it and referring to it because it is a very, very critically important piece of understanding Poshmark, and that is Poshmark's algorithm. The algorithm is kind of the hub software that makes Poshmark what it is. If you open your Poshmark app and you are looking at your newsfeed, this newsfeed is not something that is just random. It is not something that is, just a chronological order of who's shared what on your feed. It is a highly, highly curated feed that has been curated by Poshmark software, which is the algorithm, to show you what it thinks that you want to see. So the algorithm is the software that is curating the feed and controls what you and what your customers see on Poshmark based on your activity within the app. So there is no 100% way to know exactly specifically what the algorithm does. This is just based on my personal experience from using the app for 4 years and what I have noticed, patterns that I have noticed. I'm pretty fascinated by it, honestly, to just see like what gets activity when I notice that my closet is getting more activity. Because the algorithm controls all of these things in terms of like how much exposure your listings get and which of your listings are seen and which brands are seen and which items are seen. And, this could be based on several different things. It could be based on what's trending. It could be based on what season of the year that it is. If it's summertime, are your coats and sweaters being seen as much as your swimwear and gym wear and shorts are being seen? So, it could show people items based on things like that. It can also, keep your items from being seen based on your activity. So if you are not being active within the app, and there's other people who are being active within the app, their listings are probably going to be shown before your listings are, just because they're more active on the app. So that's something else that you have to take into consideration, is the algorithm can choose, your listings based on your activity within Poshmark. It can choose to expose your listings based on, your standing with Poshmark. If you have gotten, less than 4-star reviews consistently, if you've gotten, returns consistently, like I feel like that could also affect the algorithm. There are so many different things that can affect the algorithm and what shows your listings. Like I've gotten questions from people. I get messages from people saying, I'm not getting any sales, my listings, they're not getting any likes, they're not getting any shares. And I go in their closet and they have non-compliant items in their closet. And, if they're doing everything else correctly, I tell them you need to delete these items that are not compliant with Poshmark's rules, because you know, Poshmark doesn't have time to go through every single person and delete every single person who is not being compliant with their rules, but they have this software in place who can detect if you are selling items that are not allowed on Poshmark, and I truly believe that that will affect, you know, your sales. I don't think they're going to let people who are breaking the rules get consistent sales, you know, more than people who are not following the rules. So if you are selling like liquids and stuff in your closet, or, you know, things you know you're not supposed to be selling, go delete them, because it is not worth. First of all, people are on Poshmark to shop for clothes. They're not looking for these types of things on Poshmark. So I'm not really sure why people are listing these kinds of things when people are on Poshmark to shop for clothes, shoes, makeup, stuff like that. And a lot of those are not Poshmark rules. They are United States Post Office rules, because you cannot ship certain items through the U.S. Post Office because they are combustible and they can explode and ruin people's mail, and they don't want to have to deal with that. So please understand, you can go in the app under the frequently asked questions, and there is a section that tells you what you cannot sell on Poshmark. And I do encourage you to go and read that. But the algorithm, you know, it's going to show favoritism to people who are following the rules, who are active within the app, who are listing every day, who are sharing during parties. You know, you have to be active within the app. The more active you are, the more consistent your sales are going to be. And that is not, you know, something that's been confirmed. That's just something that, you know, is obviously evident from people who are making sales versus people who are not making sales on Poshmark. So in summary, the algorithm is basically the software within Poshmark that is controlling what is being shown in search results and on the main Poshmark feed, and it's going to control, you know, which of your listings get seen by your customers. So, you know, I do encourage you to kind of pay attention to what brands you are getting the most activity on. When you're getting the most activity, really pay attention to these things. Write them down if you have to. And, you know, cater to these. If you see a time where, you know, you get more activity on your closet than other times, make sure to be active on Poshmark during that time, sharing your listings. You know, write down your sales, what time you get your sales, you know, what days you have your sales on. And, you know, data like that is very interesting to me, so I like to kind of pay attention to those things, and that will help you. But that is my video for today. If you are interested in learning more about Poshmark, first I encourage you to join my Facebook group, which is linked down below, but also visit my blog. I will be doing a post with more details about the algorithm, so definitely check out my blog, sydneyl.com, which is also linked down below. If you like these kind of videos, give me a thumbs up, and please do not hesitate to leave me comments and questions down below this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so grateful to have each and every one of you who keep tuning into my videos, and I will see you in the next one.